Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We hope your experience is fruitful. Please feel free to visit our website to find out how you can join our growing family. While we are loading your experience, please do us a quick favor and hit that like button from whichever platform you're watching or listening on. Also, share so others may enjoy as well. And we hope you would consider hitting that subscribe or follow button so you can check out more of our amazing content. Alright, let's start the show. Afternoon, all that jazz, unusual Mavericks. We are here. We have a lot to talk about. Sigh. Y'all, I'm your host and moderator, Kwame, joined by the handsome, the blackalicious, the bearded one himself, Just Dominic. What's going on, brother?
Hey, everybody. Hey, Kwame. Woo! It is good to be here. And boy, do we have a lot to talk about.
We have a lot of some breaking news has happened on today.
Just
today, we have and it's not like we didn't know about it, but you know, we saw it coming. We hope that it wouldn't, but you know, it is what it is. But we want to go ahead and shout out everybody who was in the building. Cupcakes is in the building. What's up? The number one moderator on the streets.
That's
yes.
Right.
Dr. Holt is in the building. Good evening to you, sir.
Dr.
How are
Holt.
you? Yes. Cupcake says, "Hey, Dominic," and Dominic
and Dominic's beard.
Say, "Hey, Bentley." Yes, shout out to Cupcakes for getting Bentley some. She's a good auntie. She got Bentley a whole bunch of stuff, so I appreciate you for
treats and goodies.
Stuff. Yes. She says, "Hey, Deacon, Doctor, Professor, Apostle, Elder, Pastor, Bishop, Evangelist, Holt. I feel like you get on every single week." I got on today. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get started here. But before we do that, please do us a huge favor and hit that like button. Share if you haven't done so already, and subscribe if you are not a part of the Pyro Media family. Please go ahead and do that so we can get into some growing and the That's a title. It is, Dr. Ho. That's a really long title, child. That's a
lot of responsibility.
A lot going on. Actually, let me go ahead and change this because my screen name on all social media is actually different. It's no longer Kwame Speaks. It's Kwame Speaks Official. You know.
I gotta update mine too.
Yes.
A little off.
What is yours?
It's yeah.
Okay, that's correct. Okay, yeah. When you update it, it's fine. Okay,
yeah.
We'll get that in there. All right, y'all. Let's get into the Maverick Alert because we have a lot to talk about. So, without further ado, let's get to the Maverick Alert.
Yes.
Red alert, everybody! Red alert! We got a lot going on. We have a lot going on in these YouTube streets, in these Hollywood streets. There's a lot. You should have never told me you had all those letters behind you. That's hilarious. They're cutting up in here. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it. So for those who do not know, the Writers Guild has been in a strike for the past couple of months, I would say.
70 days, yes.
70 days, yes. The Writers Guild of America has been in a strike with Hollywood overall and Hollywood executives. And now it is being reported that not only is the Writers Guild on strike, but now SAG-AFTRA, has went ahead and officially sent out an official email to all of its members, and the entire union itself has gone on strike. So yes. Hollywood actors strike and movie actors vote for biggest walkout in 4 decades. Leaders of the Hollywood union, SAG-AFTRA, representing 160,000 television and movie actors, voted to strike on today. Screenwriters have already been picketing for over 70 days.
Yes. Do you have the letter? You should put the letter up for
I
everyone.
did not put it up on. I did not put it up on the thing, but I can read it to you guys. I'm sorry, I didn't get that. I didn't get the. I should have put it up. Hold on, let me see if I can actually download it. Yeah, I can do that. Hold on one second. Talk some details while I'm grabbing that. But what are your thoughts on this so far, Dominic?
Well, it's unfortunate that it has come to a 70-day picketed strike and that reasonable demands could not be met. Now, just to let everybody know what this particular strike is over, it's related to all streaming platforms. So Disney Plus, especially Hulu, is one that's also owned by Disney, and all of them, actually, every single one of them, do not pay their writers for the content. Their writers don't get any residuals for the content they write. They get a one-time fee, whatever very small fee that is, and the rest of all of the proceeds go to the company instead of going to those that create the content. And writers are truly middle class, right? I mean, they're middle class people. Basically, upper middle class if you do very well, and maybe a little bit more. But yeah, most writers are middle class, the middle class. So it's very sad that they don't want to help enrich the middle class for the work that they do and create.
Yes, and I grabbed the letter that was sent out to all SAG-AFTRA members, and Dominic is a part of SAG-AFTRA as well, or AFTRA as well. I'm not. I'm actually a part of a dancers union, but the dancers are included in this strike as well because I believe that my union is under SAG-AFTRA if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. But we all were told to strike. So this is for immediate release. SAG-AFTRA members approved strike authorization with 97.91% yes vote. Results set the stage for TV theatrical contracts negotiations. Los Angeles, June 5th, 2023. In a powerful show of solidarity, SAG-AFTRA members have voted 97.91% in favor of a strike authorization ahead of negotiations of the TV theatrical contracts, with nearly 65,000 members casting ballots for a voting percentage of 47.69% of eligible voters. My God, this is crazy.
It is.
It is. So we got people jumping in the building. I'm so sorry. Didn't see it. ATL Taurus, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Thank you for joining.
Hey, what's up?
Keats is in the building. Thank you for joining. Keats. All right. Yes. Cupcake says my daughter got that email. She was in some commercials when she was little, and we got a letter saying that she was a part of SAG. Yes. I think they sent it to active and non-active members as well. So I know that it was they are not playing about this. This is a really serious thing for them.
And I'm a part of the Screenwriters Guild or International Screenwriters Association, which is under SAG, of course. I'm registered SAG as well. And so so I got both emails, and as you saw, I sent you everything that everybody sent me.
You also got international. Yeah, you said the International Screenwriters Association. And I don't have but this is a message to our members. For one of them, we stand in solidarity with the WGA and all writers. During the strike, the ISA continues to review projects submitted via writing gigs and the writers showcase for consideration for the ISA development slate, plus managers and agents actively looking for new clients. We have confirmed that this is in compliance with strike rules. As we are not a WGA signatory, we will also sort through gigs set up for producers, but will not share projects and production companies or studios until it is permissible to do so. We look forward to a successful and speedy resolution to an important and necessary process of negotiation. Now, with this, you also sent the International Screenwriters Association top companies requesting scripts from the ISA, and that includes Gideon Media, Amazon Studios, ABC Signature, Bron Studios, PGA, CAA, Disney Plus, Nickelodeon, Unanimous Media, Harpo Studio, Lucky Champ, MGM, and Miramax. Now, this is just for ISA, the International Screenwriters Association. What also who SAG-AFTRA is supporting is literally every major news network, every Hollywood project.
Yeah.
Is really like
This is really large when you look right. It is a huge thing. Look at how many different sectors are connected with this strike.
yeah.
And so yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Never
Now,
in 40
it,
years have we had anything like this.
not like this. I don't know, not like this. And I know that they and I don't think what they're asking for is unfair.
No, it's not. It's not unfair.
I,
Pay me
I
for my work. That's it.
yeah, I think that because at the end of the day, they're paying. It's kind of like when you write a song for an artist, but you pay out for that song, right? Like for example, like I don't know how it is completely with musicians, but like if you produce a song or you write a song, Tyler Perry won't be affected. He won't be affected.
Yes, he will.
Well,
yes, he will.
Well,
he will.
He'll be affected with the actors. Yes, absolutely.
And his writers. If he himself, but he himself is a registered writer.
He's not going to stop writing for himself.
He can't start. He can't work.
Why can't he?
He can sit at home and write scripts, but he cannot go to his studio and work.
Why? If he owns everything.
No.
That's not how that works?
No. No, just as you read, if you are part of these unions, then you strike.
Right. I'm sorry, you're right. Because he's a part of the union, he has to follow union.
Correct.
He's not covered by their insurance. That makes sense. Okay, yes.
Yes. If he ever wants to make any film again or anything, he better fall in line.
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
Now, I wonder how this is going to affect like some of the current like news shows, like well, not news show. I guess they're considered news, I guess. But The View, how's that going to affect like Whoopi and Sunny?
That's unscripted. It's commentary.
But that's for the writers. But I'm talking about in terms of them being on that show. Does that affect them?
No,
because they're a part of SAG-AFTRA.
No, because they're giving commentary about current events. So that's a standalone situation. Just like now you know what Cupcake, what they can continue to record and do? The Housewives shows. All unscripted TV don't need writers. And you don't need to be an actor.
But what about the
reality TV?
What about the producers?
The producers aren't a part of this.
So this is all scripted TV and scripted item.
Correct. This is for writers and actors.
Wow.
Wow. That is the largest part of Hollywood right there.
It is. Yep.
So if you're a set dresser, yeah, you can go to work and dress a set. For what though?
Yeah, who's gonna be there?
Who's gonna be there?
Mm-hmm. This is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. So no, The View should carry on. Those type of unscripted reality TV should be just fine. In fact, going forward, I predict we'll see a bump in reality TV because we won't have scripted movies and TV series to watch for a little while. Yeah. If this continues. That's my prediction, but don't quote me.
I don't see how they can. I don't know why they would want to make this continue. To be quite honest.
Well, they've been going for 70 days.
Well, that was the Writers Guild. The Writers Guild, they don't really care about the. To me, I don't think they care about the Writers Guild as much as Afro.
Yeah, we'll get into what was released through CNBC and the New York Times. The Washington Post has also reported on some of the terrible things that the powers that be in Hollywood said about this strike.
Well, let's get into it.
Do we want to talk about it now?
I think we'll cover it underneath the unusual the Maverick alert. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so it looks like negotiations completely fell apart. Hollywood studio executives and heads made noted statements as they wanted to starve the writers that are on strike, causing them to lose their homes and the abilities to take care of themselves. That would then put them in a position to take whatever they get. So hearing how these millionaires and billionaires responded to the middle class prompted this actor strike. So
yeah. Whew,
and it's international. That's what's crazy. It's international for us. So anything that's being produced and going to be exported internationally, it's out.
My God. And then what about now you just said about the Hollywood heads and what they said.
Yes, there was, I guess, notation. They made a comment that delays, everything had been stalled out. They have no desire to even discuss anybody getting paid for the work they do on any streaming platform. They won't even talk about it. And their strategy, they said, it's in writing, according to the Washington Post, the New York Times, and CNBC. Both all confirmed that these fat cats said that our strategy is to starve you out, in order to bring you back.
Hey, Meet the Whitakers, thank you for joining. And you're never late. Don't worry about that.
Hey.
So we're gonna take our seats and listen. Thank you for joining. Grab your seat. Yes. So we're just getting into just the breaking news about what's going on on our Maverick Alert. We're talking about the strike that SAG-AFTRA is joining in with as far as joining in solidarity with ISA, as well as the Writers Guild of America. So it is a lot of craziness going on. And just so you guys know, this is directly a correspondence from SAG-AFTRA talking about all of this and what they're doing and what they have sent out to all SAG-AFTRA members. And this is just crazy. This is not a good look. This is not a good look.
Well, listen to what they said. This is the response that they deserve. Is this huge strike for saying we rather starve you than to just hear your reasonable request. And how does it look? You're millionaires and billionaires, okay? And you refuse to hear such reasonable request.
Dr. Holtz, I remember when they talked about a teacher strike here once. These things get intense. They do, and I think what it is that the powers that be versus whoever is asking for some type of resolution, they tend to get into a pissing match. And oftentimes, what happens is that the powers that be tend to look at it and say, well, we have power, you guys can figure it out, we'll just hire somebody else. But you can't. In this particular situation, now we're talking about that SAG-AFTRA is getting involved in it. That's a bigger organization. Not to say that the Writers Guild is not important, because that's the whole purpose behind it. They write everything. And for decades, they've been kind of like, it's kind of like how dancers felt before the Dancers Alliance came about and the Block came about, and before MSA came about. All of those dancers were getting paid crap. They would get $500 for a tour and do a major tour, and of course they get room and board covered or whatever. But these unions are in place to protect the serviceman or laborer, if you will. And so when you have these type of situations, it becomes it can get dangerous, because you're talking about people not getting paid. And we're in a situation right now with California where people are like, it's already hard to live here as it is with the price hikes and the rent and stuff like that, and all the other things that people have to go through. So they're not going to get compensated back for all the time that they're off. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this is a really tough decision. It's not something that people are taking lightly. Let's just strike.
And I can tell you from experience in regards to what the writers are asking for, because I see these things constantly as a screenwriter. Mm-hmm. So they'll send you an opportunity and say, hey, we have a production that is, let's say, $100 million. Out of this $100 million production, we're going to pay you between 1% to 3%, okay, for your screenplay. Mm-hmm. So you get that money, and you're like, oh, hey, that's a whole lot of money, right? That sounds like a whole lot of money, 1% to 3% of $100 million.
Right.
So that film goes on to make $2 billion. So let's look at Avatar right now.
Mhm.
Avatar made over $2 billion at the box office. So you already get your cut. You don't get anything after that. So then now it goes out of the box office and goes on to Disney Plus. Disney Plus then turns around and makes another $200 million off of the film.
Mhm.
It's now in another format. It's no longer just a movie. Now it's a streaming product, and you get $0 for it.
Yeah, and then so you don't ever get those royalties. So I just calculated what a 3% of $100 million. It's about like 3,000.
3,000?
It's about I mean, of course, it's like it's
300,000.
$300,000. Yes.
Yeah, 300. Yeah, and that's of course
right
before taxes.
Before taxes.
Yeah. So again, here we are talking about middle class.
Mind you, that's also if there's multiple people that are writing on a particular project, so you have to split that 3% with the other people writing, and they're usually like 5 to 6 people. Oftentimes on bigger projects, it's like 10 people that can be up there.
Yeah, I mean, usually core writing teams are between 2 to 4 people at the most.
But still, 300,000 divided by that.
Correct. It's not a lot. And then
because I'm a screenwriter too. Right on.
So cool.
I know you're into this right now. I know this is
it's a big deal.
A big deal for you as well, Keats.
Yeah. And so it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does. It does. I don't think it's something that people should just ignore. I think I remember when I was younger, we had a couple of weeks where the New York City Board of Education had a teacher strike. And we were home for about a week and a half or whatever. They fixed that quick because the parents weren't having it. You know what I'm saying? And so they were like, we got to work, y'all. So
yeah,
I don't know what the pressure that they can put on, because consumers I think the pressure that's going to happen when we start seeing delays and we start seeing shows go off air.
Well, speaking of that, so they were literally in the middle of filming, literally the middle.
If you're talking about what's on here, we're going to talk about that
we're going to talk about that. Okay, we'll talk about that in the next thing. So this is happening all day long today. People are filming and saying, "Lights out, gotta go."
They stop filming immediately. Like, it is literally, and I don't think people realize, like, it's immediate. Like, it stops. Like, they SAG-AFTRA sent out there.
Yeah, I can't finish this scene. I can't finish this part. Done.
It's not like they're trying to be petty. I want to be very, very clear about this, because they're not trying to be petty or anything like that. What happens is that when you're SAG-AFTRA is like their insurance. So if once they say you have to stop, they are, if you don't get paid anymore and you continue to work, the whatever place or production company that you're working for, if you continue to work, they do not have to pay you. Or if you get hurt while you're on there, if something falls on you, whatever, they do not have to. SAG-AFTRA does not have to pay you out either.
Right.
So, because they had already issued and said, we're on strike, you have to move and you have to leave for the day. So,
well, they know that, okay, fine, with the writers, that they were willing to go around the writers and get people who are, indie writers who are not unionized, obviously, which would have made all of the projects take probably a little dip, possibly, in quality. But now they know that when you put Samuel L. Jackson on a cover, when you put Viola Davis on the cover of anything,
hey, Nicole,
everybody's going to be like, hey, Nicole. So everybody's going to be like, they're going to see these pictures. They're going to see Samuel L. They're going to see Viola Davis. They're going to see whomever their favorite actor is and say, oh, I'm going to see that just because my favorite actor is in it. So all of that branding has been removed officially today.
Dr. Ho says, Lord, my great aunt is going to have a fit if Bold and the Beautiful not on, child.
Oh, it's they going into rerun.
All My Children, General Hospital.
Yep, all of them.
All of them are going to be on reruns for the next couple of weeks.
Or months, depending on when this is resolved.
It would be in their best interest not to go for months.
July, people don't understand. July is the month that most production companies start back filming. TV productions, movie productions, everybody starts back in July. That is a tradition.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are breaking tradition after four decades.
Yeah.
This is not a small thing. 40 years.
Pyro Media is we're already in preparation for our fall premiere showcase in September. So we're already in the process of getting everything together in August. We have already booking shoots. We're already booking. So it's a natural course for the film industry and the TV industry to do that. It's like usually around this time, people are either going on breaks for vacation, they get their last minute time in before they go back into work. And so the fact that that's a big deal.
Yeah, and Hollywood is different. Of course, their breaks start at the beginning or at the end of March, the beginning of April, and they go from April to July, as we just discussed. So they're off for that first part of the warm months, and then they go back to work.
Well, it's typically movies.
Right, and series as well. TV series do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Most of them do. So nobody's going back to work right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be very
leaving work.
We're in very interesting times, you guys. Very interesting times. Yeah. So, all right, you guys. Well, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Wait, do we have anything else on this?
No, let's take a break and then we'll talk about all these delays. We'll go into further.
Yes, we'll be right back after this, you guys. And stay tuned. Go ahead and make sure that you are liking, sharing, and subscribing if you haven't done so already. And when we come back, we'll be back to talk about what's going on in the Marvel world as well as the DC world. We have some news on them, so stay tuned. This episode is sponsored in part by Bullet and Flight Radio. Get ready to uplift your spirit with Bullet and Flight Radio, the world's leading progressive Christian radio station. Experience the vibrant fusion of gospel house music and a rich medley of inspiration from all musical genres that'll make your heart soar. Join their extraordinary lineup of today's trailblazers, visionaries, and voices that matter, all sharing their stories and wisdom. Stay plugged in around the clock as they broadcast unmissable content 24/7. Your go-to station for all things inspiring. Become a pilot today by visiting bulletandflightradio.com. Bullet and Flight Radio. Your story, our station. And we are back by popular demand. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you are just tuning in, please do us a huge favor and hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Share. You can share it to your YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you're watching, lottie-dottie, everybody. And subscribe if you haven't done so, because it does help the algorithm. We appreciate you for joining. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, let's get into what's going on today. Let's start out with DC. So we have some DC news. First and foremost, if you guys have not heard us raving for the third time, so y'all gonna give us more content since you know what? I was trying to ignore you, Cupcake, but she said for the third time, so y'all gonna give us more content since y'all not on strike. Dominic's beard did not sign up for SAG. I'm just saying. Listen.
Yes, you know what, Cupcake? You know what we were talking about doing? Actually, we're talking about really committing some more time into podcast and breaking down some of our favorite shows. So we got a whole lot of good treats coming on. I just wanted to say that.
That was a later announcement.
Well, it just happened. It just happened.
Anywho, so we'll talk about that more later because Cupcake wants to go. She said, "Yay, okay." You know what?
See?
You girl.
Thank you. See, me and Cupcake, we right here. Thank you,
Oh my
Cupcake.
God. Anywho, so if you guys have not been paying attention to what we've been talking about for the past couple of weeks, Blue Beetle is on the rise. Everybody is talking about it. It is becoming a fan enthusiastic moment that's going on.
Yes.
And they just released a second trailer. We're going to only play a couple of moments of it. Then we're going to go right in front of it because we don't know what's going to go on. And you know how it is. So we're just going to play a couple of seconds. And no audio, no nothing. And then we're going to put it away. We're going to put it away. And there you go. If you want to go ahead and watch it, go ahead and make sure you see. And you know what I'll do? I'll even skip ahead so you can see certain parts. Look at that. All right, certain parts right there. There we go. All right, there we go. Moving on. They got a little Blue Beetle machine. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. All right, boom. There we go. That's it. Because y'all not gonna shut us down like you did last time. Here comes
please don't.
Talking about Pyro Power Hour 5 times a week, unusual Mavericks. No, if y'all want to go ahead and have us do it 5 times a week, y'all can go ahead and send it some cash apps. That's what you can do.
Okay, I like that. We'll put our cash apps up. We don't mind.
We'll do sponsor a show. How about that?
Ain't too proud to beg.
Oh my God. He didn't make an announcement. He dropped the education window. Anyway, let's go back to the
Thank you, Cupcake.
Hot mess.
Yes.
Blue Beetle is coming up. So Blue Beetle is coming. Mexican-American teenager Jaime Reyes gains superpowers when a mysterious scarab binds to his spine and provides him with a powerful suit of blue alien armor. Release date is August 18th, 2023. I will be there. I am more excited about this than I was with The Flash. I will be there.
Yeah.
Hell or high water, I will be there.
Yeah, it seems like, there's been a very deep concern, especially from people on the Marvel side that lean on the Marvel side, if this movie is going to be good, because let's just face it, Black Adam did not do super duper well. It overall did okay. Shazam did not do well.
It didn't do well at all.
And The Flash was the biggest bomb of the year. Probably of the last few years, and one of the worst DC performing films of all times.
It was bad.
Seriously.
Was bad.
So there's been, a lot of skepticism.
Some people are saying, Dominic, through the Twitter streets, that The Flash may redeem itself when it streams. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all.
I think over time it possibly could do okay on a streaming platform, but whatever. The difference between The Flash from its premiere, from before it debuted, and Blue Beetle is The Flash did not really trend.
Right.
Ezra Miller and all of his drama and all of his psycho behavior, allegedly, that he is in court or has already been prosecuted for, really hurt the film.
Now they're still waiting for him to do court, right?
He had one thing that went to court, but his big court date situation, because his multiple situations with him.
Yeah.
So he hasn't finished everything. So he's still
Cocoa Puffs.
Whatever's going on with him, it really helped the film. With them, of course, being in a sexually charged relationship with a minor, allegedly as well. This just killed this film.
Yeah.
So Blue Beetle, on the other hand, the actors are beloved there. We have Susan Sarandon, we have George Lopez. A lot of people love George Lopez, including myself. And I'm looking forward to his humor. I loved his show back in the day, and so Blue Beetle has been trending online from fans. So expectations for this film are, I think, realistic. This is going to be the most Marvel-like movie in DC history. The new DC folks are in charge. They have participated in this movie. So if it feels like Captain America in some ways, even in this trailer, if you look at it, it feels like a Marvel movie.
It does. It does very much feel like a Marvel movie. And I think that's why a lot of people are really excited about it.
Yeah, former Marvel people worked on this? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be. I'm gonna go watch the Blue Beetle trailer because Flash was. So you want to go see it, Cupcake? Listen. A lot of people saying it was not what they expected. Some
Yeah,
people said it was but it wasn't worth,
right.
But what a common denominator was, I had a former staff member when I was at the one of my former production assistants. He told me that he went to go see it, and he said the production was not good, but he said it was
No.
okay. It wasn't.
Yeah.
He didn't feel like he wasted his money, but he said that it was not what it was expected. And
Yeah.
so.
A lot of people felt like Blue Beetle was originally slated to be released on Max.
Only, yeah.
Only.
Yeah.
The Flash was always scheduled to be released in theaters. A lot of people felt like they should have switched that.
Yeah.
Now, they got the second part right. They switched Blue Beetle to a cinematic release. They doubled the budget. James Gunn and Peter Safran are deeply involved in this project. But The Flash would have done so much better if they would have taken the loss and just released it to the streaming platform. They would have actually made more money. Not their money back, but they would have made more money.
Flash definitely was not given. Cupcake says, "Well, we'll see how it goes."
I'm looking forward to seeing it on the streaming platform.
Yeah, because I don't feel like it was worth wasting money to go see it. But let's also talk about overall. Everything is delayed for all projects unless this is resolved in terms of the strike, including aloof James Gunn's. It's funny that you wrote aloof James Gunn's projects that were pre-written and going into full production. So I'm interested to see how they're going to navigate that.
Well, we've got all this casting for the new Superman movie. We even have the new Mr. Terrific. We were originally going to talk about that actor and to do a deeper dive into Mr. Terrific, which a lot of people don't even know who Mr. Terrific is. He is technically genius and super rich. He's richer than Bruce Wayne. He's in the same universe as Bruce Wayne. As Batman. And he is truly like T'Challa.
Smarter.
Yes, he's smarter. He has more degrees. He's considered the intellect equal to Lex Luthor. That's how genius Mr. Terrific is. His money, he's very like Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, but in the DC universe, but tech. And so this guy is a genius. He has quite a wonderful background, and he is super popular. Yeah. He is a league level superhero. He is not a small timey guy. No. And so he was recently cast in the DC universe with a beloved actor. We were talking about him, who happened to be on the Marvel side of the universe. Go figure. And now he's a part of the DC universe. So yeah,
that is Mr. Terrific. And so y'all know we support Black characters and the most unknown or least talked about characters, which happen to be the best characters in my opinion. But Mr. Terrific did not get the shine that he deserved. He got a little bit of shine in Justice League Unlimited, but not to the level that I think that he should have been.
A lot of people have been asking for that, yes. And so to see that he's going to be introduced in this Superman movie and possibly get not either a spinoff series or a movie on Max, or they're probably going to do on Max a spinoff series, which is fine. He is a huge character, so we were really looking forward to see what they were going to do, and they were going to start filming in January. So maybe if they get it resolved, they can still come back.
Keith says he was in Queen Arrow.
Yes, but that version of Mr. Terrific is not the version that any of us comic book lovers loved or wanted to see.
No,
and it had nothing to do with the character and the Arrow sexuality. We know he was an openly gay character, but they really dumbed him down so that Green Arrow could shine.
Agreed. All right. Anything else on DC that we need to know about, Dominic?
No, everything's on pause.
All right, let's go into
We know.
Marvel because we got some stuff on Marvel. So yes, it looks like also Marvel has paused the filming on Deadpool 3 until the issues surrounding streaming rights and payouts are resolved. And then we also have some issues going on with Marvel's Echo and Ironheart.
Wait. Go back to Deadpool and yes. So listen, guys, they were literally on set today.
Yep.
This morning.
Yep.
And they were shooting scenes when they got the call, and they abruptly shut down.
They had to
shut down the set, and they left. That went viral because people, or of course, the paparazzi was in the bushes filming. And everybody got the call that came through. So this was really fascinating to see how things worked in real time.
Yeah. So allegedly, I got a text from one of my insiders, and he told me that allegedly Ryan Reynolds' manager or assistant or agent or somebody that is on Ryan Reynolds' team walked directly up to him because they were literally in the middle of filming, and he said stop, and he walked right in front of the director and said he has to go.
Yes, that's correct. That's what went viral today. That's what went viral is they were literally like filming some big old fight scene. It was like, no, can't do it. Oh, sorry.
Because what happens is, like we talked about before, if something happened to Ryan Reynolds after they had announced the strike and he kept going, they would not pay for any injury or any health insurance or anything like that. They would pull Ryan Reynolds and he would have to pay it out of pocket. And Hugh Jackman, yes. I mean, all of the actors that were
his people came over too. They
and honestly, some of the staff. Some of the staff were in production, and some production companies are covered under SAG-AFTRA as well. So
there's some people who have both license. Correct, right?
Mm-hmm. So maybe there's directors that have
and directors, correct?
Producers. So this is affecting this is a big deal. Yeah. So anything else on this particular?
No, story? I just was tickled. I saw the video earlier. I encourage everybody to go check it out. But I mean, you can't hear what they're saying, but just to know the context of what was going on, it was just funny to see that happen today.
Now it looks like Marvel's Echo and Ironheart series might be delayed to 2025, and that is really disappointing because I'm really sick and tired. Cupcake, halt, stop. Pause. We gotta go. But I'm really getting frustrated because a lot of this is going to, and I think this is why I think it should not. This writer's strike, or excuse me, this overall strike is not going to last as long as the writer's strike because you have fan bases that are really expecting more content, and we've already had major delays multiple delays throughout this year, also delays because of COVID, and delays because of so many other things. Marvel delayed all of the stuff. They pushed back phase 5 because of the complaints about what's going on with their series and their overall projects. It's a lot going on. So to hear that there's even more delays and it's now being blamed on this particular situation is just really frustrating. And so Ironheart and Echo, and I was actually looking forward to Echo coming out. I wanted to see what they were going to do with that, but it's really, and they can't really make any modifications. They can't really do anything. They can't really enhance the show if they wanted to. They can't change the storyline because the writers are gone. So it's like, nobody looks at the heart, no pun intended, Ironheart, of the situation and really, taking care of the quote unquote little people, as you would say, for lack of a better expression. Additionally, any questions on or anything on Echo and Ironheart, Dominic?
No, it's disappointing, of course. I wanted to see these characters. Ironheart isn't a character, I must admit, that I'm super familiar with in the Marvel Universe. Mm-hmm. Ironheart I am. Echo, if I said it wrong, Echo I'm not super familiar with. Ironheart I am. So I was really looking forward to seeing Ironheart.
Yes.
And this huge gap in the Marvel Universe that Iron Man left.
Yes. So
now, we've heard rumors that...
I'm sorry, go ahead.
We heard rumors that Robert Downey Jr. is coming back. He has been seen. They were filming. What were they filming? They were filming something recently. And Robert Downey Jr. was on the set of, I think it was Captain America. I can't remember what it was. But of course, all of that's shut down. That was supposed to be a big secret, but due to the strike, I think things are kind of just going any which way. So
Yeah.
yeah, that it's just disappointing.
Now
That's
again, now I'm with you, Dominic. I'm more familiar with Ironheart. Ironheart was a little was a character that was kind of developed after the whole
Yeah.
Iron Man series, and I want to say right around the time when the MCU was starting to be developed with the Iron Man series.
Yeah.
But I am not familiar or not too familiar with Echo. I know that Echo is I feel like Echo is a newer character. Now, one of the things that I talked to one of my TikTok nerds or blurs out there about is because I have not really. I don't have time to go to a comic book store, so everything is now digital. So they have a new digital thing, which I'm gonna purchase a membership for. It's like I think it's like $5 a month, and I think it's like Marvel U or whatever.
Yeah.
We're not sponsored. Sorry, we're not sponsored. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, DC does the same thing.
Yeah, DC does the same. I'm probably going to do that too.
Yeah.
And I may share the password with you so we can make sure we're up to the date on stuff. But I definitely want to get into learning more about some of these characters that they're bringing in, and also learning how they've merged or evolved some of these stories than when I was reading them.
Yeah.
In the 90s. So, but in addition to Echo and Ironheart being delayed, I knew that they were going to do this anyway. We talked about this, but also, unfortunately, Blade has been likely delayed until, and this is allegedly because we don't have anything concrete yet, but Blade is likely delayed until 2026, 2027. This pissed me off.
Well, Kevin Feige is doing something. I believe that he's going to hold like a town hall sort of thing to just talk about his expectations over the next few years. And
did I what? I didn't share my password on air. What password? I don't know what Kyrie's talking about. But hi, Kyrie.
Hi, Kyrie. That's right.
No, I said I was going to give Dominic the password. I didn't share it on air. I would never do that.
Oh. No. My password is 123.
Right.
No,
456.
Password.
Okay.
Can you remember that?
Right.
No. Yeah, Blade, I'm not surprised at, because we know that the script was thrown out. They were shopping around or looking for, I think they did find a new screenwriter. Mm-hmm. And so the stages of Blade was so super early to get it by 2026, to see the film and to see it by 2026 would have been very aggressive, actually, because they would have to do a whole lot of casting and then filming next year, probably late next year into 2025. So now, being that the script has not been written and every single body is on strike, I mean, who knows? And so also Agatha, House of Chaos, that show is suffering from the same delays. Who knows when we're going to see that? So these phases are really stretching out. Yeah,
it's going to be crazy.
I'm going to be a senior citizen by the time we get there.
Listen, anything else on Marvel series? Because we are running out of time.
No, that's all I have.
So we have a couple of quick announcements. If you guys are not, yes, please vote for Kyrie. If you haven't, today's the last day, and he is still. I think you're in the safe zone right now, Kyrie. I think you're in the safe zone. I just voted before I came on here, but I have to double check.
Okay.
Yes. I
vote too.
Yes. So, as far as okay. So moving on. So, if you guys know that we've been talking about it for a while, but we have a podcast that we're going to be starting. We actually start recording this Saturday, so I'm super excited about it. That's going to be really fun. So all of the stuff that you don't get, we're going to be really focusing on like reviews of different shows and episode reviews, because we don't have enough time to talk about everything in an hour on Thursdays. And we want to kind of reserve this for shows on it's the last day for the top 5. Yes, make sure you guys please vote. Please vote for Kyrie on this. It really, really means a lot. If you haven't voted already, please hop on there and share so everybody else in your circle can vote as well. We appreciate it.
Yes.
We're gonna make sure Kyrie gets his restaurant now. All right.
That's right.
So, but yes, amen. So here she go with this Bentley getting a podcast.
But you want to hear him lick himself or something?
That's what I'm saying. What is going on? Anyway, but we have a podcast that we're getting ready to start. So this is going to be really focusing on the individual shows, and we're going to be really. I can't wait to do the individual episodes. We're going to start off with Secret Invasion, Star Trek, different shows or whatever, things that we can't talk about that we don't have enough time to talk about here.
Yeah,
we're going to talk about on that show. So definitely check it out. We'll make sure that it's uploaded onto Pyro Media. You can watch it. You can listen directly to on our podcast network, or you can go to our website, pyromedianetwork.com.
And this show
as well.
Okay, and this show, as we all know, is basically reserved for Marvel and DC. Yes. And as you just said, I just wanted to reiterate that in the podcast, we're going to talk about far more than that. We're going to get into the Star Trek universe.
Yes,
we're going to get a little crazy. We're going to talk about some of the independent Black series, Afro series, animation, and all kinds of good stuff we're going to really talk about.
Absolutely.
We may even talk about Star Wars because I love both franchises. So,
and I don't mind. And it's going to be kind of a chill environment type situation. So it won't be so focused on it's going to be audio only, so we don't have to worry about dressing up for you guys and putting on our good skincare
and our weaves. And I'll take off my weave.
So we'll make sure that's on there. Also, so we're gonna be checking that out. So definitely check out the Unusual Mavericks podcast. I don't know if it's gonna be exclusive on Pyro Media. I'm sure we're probably gonna bring it over to our sister network, Bullet and Flight, but we'll keep you posted.
We'll see. Yeah, we may just keep it to Pyro Media, make it an exclusive.
Yeah. But don't forget to check out all shows. So the Unusual Mavericks Live and the Unusual Mavericks podcast will be out there. And now to let you guys know as well, we are going to be having a guest. One of our first guests, a fellow Black nerd who is a comic guru, in my opinion. He really knows the depths of it. I met him on TikTok, and I just love his deep dives into different characters, specifically both of our love for Storm. And so we feel like Storm is like the Beyonce of the comic book world for us. So that's that's why I respect this man. And he's another Marvel maniac in this world. So this is King Krakoa, and who will be on the 27th. So not next week, but the week after for the Unusual Mavericks Live, and he'll be able to chop it up with us. So we ran out of time to talk about episode 4. Yes, like I said, we're gonna put all of our episode reviews in the. But
real quick, we can say something about episode 4.
Okay, real quick.
Yeah, just real fast. But yes, I'm looking forward also to the 27th.
Yes.
I have seen his reviews. He's pretty funny. He's so smart.
Yes.
And yes, we all love Storm.
Yes.
I don't feel that Storm is the Beyonce of comics. I think I would say more like Tina Turner. We'll say something like that. You
don't think he's the Beyonce of Marvel?
No, because Beyonce is a copy of Tina. Okay. So I'm going to say the Tina.
All right.
I said it. Sure did. Okay. So anyway, getting to Secret Invasions.
Okay.
I love Tina Turner. What can I say?
I didn't say Beyonce. That was him.
Beyonce, I love you, girl. But we both love Tina, clearly.
Anywho,
so Secret Invasions, real quick. Wow, what an intense episode.
Yes.
I love Samuel Jackson. I love when they give him the opportunity to really stretch his acting muscle and do his thing. His scene mates.
Wait. I'm so sorry. Hold on one second. We're going to be talking about the episode. This is episode 4, Dominic?
Episode 4.
Episode 4.
Spoiler alert. Yeah. And without giving anything away, we're just talking about their acting and how they deliver their scenes and their lines. Amazing.
Because you know how the girls are. You know how the Blerds are. They will roast us in the comments, Cal.
Yes. Well, please watch it. Please watch it. Get caught up. Very intense. What I will say, even without, again, spoiling the episode, is the negative side of what I would have to say about this episode simply is I wish that it wasn't in a bubble. I wish that Fury wasn't in a bubble. I want to see S.H.I.E.L.D. I want to see Shield agents. I want to see Sword. Say that 5 times fast. Shield and Sword. I want to see those agents. That is a big part of Nick Fury. And I want to see other Marvel characters involved in this storytelling. Anyone who's ever read this story in comic books or seen cartoons know that this is a huge storyline. I love Samuel L. Jackson, but I wish that they would include more Marvel characters.
They don't have the budget for it.
Clearly.
They don't. And what's frustrating about that is that had you guys, because I think that they spent more money trying to put Samuel L. Jackson, because he's carrying the entire show. Not to knock anybody else that's on there. Of course, you have the girl that played Khaleesi or whatever. You have what's his name? Daniel Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle. Cheadle, and you have different people in here or whatever. But who is carrying that entire show is Samuel L. Jackson. He is that guy. Okay, he is the man with the plan.
Yes.
But the overall story of Secret Invasion should be more than what we're seeing right now, and it's not being told. Really frustrating. It's really, really frustrating for me because I've read the comics of Secret Invasion. I've seen some of the iterations that they tried to have for Secret Invasion, and it just feels so hollow.
Yeah, it really is. It's in a bubble. It's isolated. Yeah. And so it's absolutely weird.
And for those who are MCU only people, and what I mean by MCU only, like MCU people who are only into the movies and only seen the movies, this may not be a big deal for them, right?
No, of course not. It is good.
It's good. It's great. We're not saying that it's bad. It's one of their best ones, in my opinion, and one of their better ones that they had in a while. Yeah. But for those who are Blerds like Dominic and myself, who actually understand the backstory and have read the comics and have seen some of the other shows like Spider-Man and all these other things that connect all of the Secret Invasion and Fantastic Four and all of the 90s cartoons and stuff like that, and Justice League and not Justice League, excuse me.
Spider-Man is a part of everything.
Everything. He's a bridge to a lot of the that's how we got Craven. Craven is a Spider-Man thing. That's how we got him.
Right. Everybody's really connected to him. Nobody's not connected.
Right.
Nobody's not connected to Spider-Man. And being that he's not in it, it's like, wow, they went to some beautiful locations, as we can tell. And Marvel series have a tendency to start high and then start.
Yeah, they dip down, and then they ended off good.
They end off really good.
So we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. But I think that they need this. Really felt. This is starting to feel rather that there's a lot missing. I like the storyline. I like where it is, but it just feels like it's just one portion of the overall story of Secret Invasion. And again, we're not talking about Samuel L. Jackson's performance. No. We're not actually talking about any of their performance. I think they all did really, really good.
Actually, Cupcake just brought up a good point, and I told you this privately. Brody is working on my nerves. I know you said Rhodey, but it's Brody. Brody is working on my good nerves. And I know he's playing a Skrull, but I need more real Brody.
Yeah,
he is the second Iron Man. Yeah, he handles that. So where's his suits? What's going on? Where's Brody?
Yeah.
So I can't. I'm really irritated by that.
Yeah. Whew, I don't know, child. I don't know.
I don't typo.
It's definitely giving us a lot. It's definitely giving us a lot of not what we expected. But it is still really good. I would say this is probably a lot better than some of what they had in Phase 4.
It's better than She-Hulk. We'll say that.
Everything's better than She-Hulk, honey. I would rather watch that garbage thing on what is it? The holiday special that they had with the what's that?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
That trash. I would rather watch that than watch She-Hulk.
Yeah.
I said what I said.
Yeah, well.
All right. Well,
that's all I have.
Yes, that's all we have. Anything else, Dominic?
No.
Well, thank you guys for joining.
Yes.
We want to thank Dominic for being a great co-host, as well as Dominic's beard for being a great co-host as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate you guys. We have, like I said, just what did Kyrie say? She-Hulk was not good. I'm still disappointed. Listen, go back a couple episodes, Kyrie. I went in on She-Hulk, honey. It was terrible.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Anywho, we love you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and dropping in with us. We appreciate you guys. Stay tuned for some new stuff that's coming to not just the usual Mavericks, but to Pyro Media Network as a whole. We have some really cool stuff coming, so we appreciate you guys sticking with us and rocking with us and hanging in there. We love you. Have a good one, and we'll see you guys. Oh, don't forget to check out Nicole Divic today. Nicole Divic live today at 6:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So,
and then Candid Conversations is coming back soon too, right?
Yes, but not until September, if I'm not mistaken. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. They're coming back with the fall premiere.
Okay. All right.
Yes. We have a lot of cool new stuff coming back for the fall premiere. Mm-hmm. But I gotta say anything. All right, we'll see you guys later. Have a good one. And after Nicole Divic, we will be there in the morning with Kyrie and I to kill out the week. To finish out the week right here on Pyro Media Network. We love you guys. Have a good one. Stay blessed, and we'll see you on the other side. And
stay unusual.
Stay unusual, y'all. Have a good one.
There you go.
Bye,
Bye guys.